that can be a really tough stretch of roadway if you've ever traveled it. And the problem is that, we had these snow bands move through. It wasn't steady, continuous snow, and I think that lets people let their guard down a bit, because in some areas you're driving and it's actually clear.
No problem whatsoever.
And then very quickly the visibility's dropped. So you get a sense of where on I-80 that was, and that's still what we have out there right now.
You go from really good visibility down to like nothing, because you get in one of these little intense squalls, and the next thing you know, you can't see anything.
Right.
And the car in front of you is suddenly there, and you rear-end them.
Right, and then you get these multi-vehicle accidents. Same story here into parts of Ohio. Notice around the Cleveland area, we've seen some heavier bursts of snow, and also along 79. You travel, say, north of Pittsburgh into parts of northern Pennsylvania, you're going to notice those visibilities dropping from time to time.
We know that stretch of I-80 is just notoriously bad for accidents because of snow squalls. Tom knows, our winter weather expert here, to explain why it can just be so dangerous in some of these squalls, Tom.
Well, what happens in these situations is, I like to explain them like summertime showers that you see, okay? So you can get light rain during the summertime, but when you get these days where you get these clouds that build up in the atmosphere, convective activity we call it, you can go from sunny skies to a real heavy shower real quickly, right? And so that's what we're seeing in the wintertime here in these types of situations. We had a deep layer of cold air today, and these cells built up pretty deep in the atmosphere. So we went from these partly cloudy to almost sunny skies in some instances here to these real heavy showers that went through, and that drops the visibility quickly. And we all know that it's the first inch of snow that can cause the most traffic accidents. So you have these vehicles that are traveling at high rates of speed, and they go into a wall of snow, and one vehicle goes out of control and begins to slide, and the rest of them, if they don't adjust their speed, go right into the back of them, and you end up with these multiple car pileups.
Toxic creature threatening to invade an island, and the inhabitants may not be able to protect themselves. The Asian toad is nothing to mess with. The toads are usually found in tropical and subtropical climates, but they can quickly adapt to just about any environment, reproduce like wildfire, are highly toxic, and have a ferocious appetite. And they're threatening Madagascar, an island where over 90% of the country's animals and reptiles aren't found anywhere else in the world, according to National Geographic. Native wildlife aren't equipped to defend against the toads, and people who try to eat them have become extremely sick. A mining company came across the toads and alerted researchers this past March. So what now? Conservation groups are looking at everything from killing adults to draining the lakes where the eggs are laid. The goal is to eliminate them early before the toads can force the extinction of other vulnerable species. I'm Matt Sampson, the Weather Channel.